guys, welcome to season 3 of Full Range Outdoors. And it's hard to believe that here we are again. Now this episode today is a little bit different than some we've done in the past. Now some of you may know we had a house fire last fall and we lost our house and our office. And in our office we had all of our episodes, raw footage for season 3. Well, that was a pretty big blow, but what I managed to do was dig around and find some cell phone footage, some pictures, some things that Pawpaw had at his house, and I pulled all that together to give you today's episode. So that's why today's show is titled The Lost Episodes. So what we're going to do is we're going to go episode by episode and show you some of the clips that we had, and I'll talk a little bit about it. Now in episode number 1, which this first clip, which would have been show number 1, we're going to take you on a turkey hunt with my nephew Bobby and my dad. So this is a beautiful opening morning here, just to kind of set things up for you. So we got out in the hills that morning, and right off the bat we got on a hot gobbler. And so this gobbler was about 200 yards away or so. So we all set up and began to call, and actually Pawpaw done the calling on this while my nephew and I were set up, and he brought that bird straight down to us, full strut. Well, you know, sometimes the plan doesn't always finish accordingly. My nephew took a shot, missed. I tried to clean it up, missed as well. So that happens. But what we'll do here is we'll roll you with some of the footage that we managed to recover from that hunt. So take a look at it.
Hey guys, it's opening morning here in Kentucky. It's about 6:30 right now, and we're waiting on the first gobble. We're up behind where Pawpaw's house is, and we've killed birds here basically every year. It's one of the best spots in eastern Kentucky, I think, to hunt. So we just got out here, like I said, on opening morning. We're waiting on the first gobble. It's me, my nephew, and Pawpaw, and so we're going to see what we can do here first. Well, that brings us to the end of opening day here in Kentucky, and we've had an eventful morning. It started off really good. About 6:45 we heard the first bird gobble from where we're sitting at now, over in the holler to our right. And so we got off after that bird, got set up on it, and what seemed like it was a mile away. But like I said earlier, we got set up, and Pawpaw was behind us doing the calling on that, and he managed to bring it in. So it came in, finally got to where, you know, we could see it strutting and everything, and it just needed to come a few more steps or clear some brush. And but Bobby took a shot at it, and then I ended up shooting at it a couple times, and it happens. But the best part of the hunt is what we got, is bringing them in, interacting with the birds and everything. So we had an exciting time with that. After that, we had a couple more gobble and set up on them, but just couldn't get them to come in. So, but anyway, it's been a great day. We've enjoyed being in the outdoors together and interacting with the turkeys and stuff, and it's just opening morning, so we got plenty more days to get after them, so we'll keep doing that.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. You know, we had some great footage for you, but you know, it is what it is. So we'll just move on with life. So in this next clip, which would have been episode number 2, is a turkey hunt where Ethan and I went on. Now, this was a crazy morning. We were actually going to hunt close to the house, so we loaded everything on our side-by-side and headed off. But before we got very far down the road, we were having some problems with the machine, so we brought it back to the house. And I told Ethan, I said, look, we're running late, but we can throw everything in the truck and go to the lease. So that's what we did. By the time we got to the lease, it was actually daylight. But, you know, we stepped out in the hills, we just basically got out of the truck, walked up on the hill just a little bit. I grab a call, I make one call, and this gobbler hammers. So we decided to set up on him, and he is way out there. And again, this bird's probably a couple hundred yards away. So I begin to call. This bird is just answering every step of the way, and he begins to come. So as he's coming to us, we have to make some readjustments. But he comes and he gets on a logging road behind us, and like I said, it's a crazy story. Some hens start clucking, but we managed to keep him coming to us. He goes around the hens and comes in full strut. Well, he kind of got Ethan a little bit off guard, and, you know, again, swing and a miss. So Ethan misses on this bird, and I take a couple of shots trying to clean up as well, and we don't get him. But we do have a little bit of footage. It was a great hunt, and it went on and on. We come across some other birds. But like I said, I managed to find a few little clips and stuff, so I wanted to throw them out there. So let's take a look at those.
Here she comes. Try again. That was the mouthiest hen I've ever heard. Ethan and I spotted the three coming up out of this big field over here, this grass field on this backside. Yeah, there was 4 of them. I'm pretty sure all of them were hens. Ones we could hear and see for sure were. But we managed to call, and they came up to the hill a little bit. Then got across from us, and she liked to play. She was mouthy. I was hoping to bring in a gobbler. All the noise we was making, but didn't do any good. And no, I'm not taking a nap. I'm the cameraman, so I'm hiding down low behind Ethan. We're in a bad spot. We got caught kind of out in the open, so I'm laying low. But I think we're getting ready to move on to another spot. Or go out here a little bit further and see if we can drum anything else up, so we'll let you know. Well, we've been into birds today. It started out extremely exciting this morning. We won't get into details of why we're not carrying a turkey over our shoulder right now, but this morning, right off the bat, started out extremely exciting. And then it calmed down a little bit. Now we're out here, and we've just come across 4 hens, and they were very interactive. We was hoping to call something in, or bring something in with them, but it didn't work out. So we're going to keep going and see if we can drum something else up before we call it a day.
Well, it was an eventful morning. We started out early, managed to call one in, and got right on top of us, but unfortunately it was a miss. Stuff like that happens, so we just moved on and ran into 4 more birds down in like a little field, and they all appeared to be hens, but we sat around and called for a while trying to get a gobble, but no luck there, so we just decided to move on, and we didn't get on anything the rest of the morning. But we're happy to get out here and be able to hunt on this beautiful day, so now we're done and it's time to go get something to eat.
The SRB Field Rest is perfect for turkey hunting. Be sure to check out their complete line of products at srbfieldrest.com. The Lighthouse Beacon 1000 headlamp from Outdoor Pro Gear is the perfect headlamp for your outdoor adventures. With 1000 lumens and 3 adjustable settings, it's the last light you will need. Whether you're hunting, fishing, camping, or just working around the house, reach for the Lighthouse Beacon 1000 from Outdoor Pro Gear. Well, there you go. That would have been a great hunt to show you. Again, we had some really good footage that we lost on that one. So, but we had a great time, managed to share a little bit of that hunt with you. Now on this next hunt, it's another turkey hunt, and I was actually hunting with my good buddy Barry Scott. And we had a great morning. We like to get together and go. So I got with him, and we went to some of his familiar hunting areas. And we had birds gobbling that morning. We set up and started making a call, and just to kind of set you through this clip that you're going to see here, we're set up, and Barry's doing the calling here, and I've got the camera over, and I hear something over my right shoulder, and I just kind of turn just a little bit, and this big gobbler steps out just over my shoulder, And of course, I've got a camera setting here, and I'm right-handed, so I can't swing around. And I just ease over and see the bird sees me and he's gone. So I lean over and tell Barry, I said, we just got busted. Well, about the time I do that, I look up about 100 yards in front of us. We're hunting an old strip mine. And so I look up about 100 yards in front of us, and I see a coyote come around, and he sits down. And I said, Barry, coyote. So I reach over and I hit record on the camera, and the coyote sits there for just a couple seconds. Then he gets up and he comes at a straight trot towards our decoy. So I'm sitting there with a 12 gauge and with Remington Nitro, so I'm fixing to light him up. So that coyote comes straight down the barrel of that gun towards those decoys, and that's the clip that you're going to see next. So let's light up a coyote here with a 12 gauge shotgun. So take a look at this.
You got him. He just go right there and die.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It is always fun to get a coyote when you're turkey hunting. Now, we had some great footage there. We had turkeys gobbling. Managed to luckily have a clip of the coyote that we shot. We just had a blast that day and had some good things to share. But again, it's what it is. So, in this next show I want to bring you is, again, another turkey hunt, and there's not a lot of action there, but I managed to find some clips of some turkeys that I was hunting. A good friend of mine, he had a place close to his house, and he'd been filming these turkeys, so I hunted hard after these birds. And unfortunately, I would catch some glimpses of them, but I never could get one to come in. But I wanted to share a little bit of that with you, and especially the cool turkey footage that he managed to get and send it to me whenever he was saying, you got to come and hunt these birds. And guess what? I did. So let me share some of that footage with you. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that, and I just wanted to share some of the footage of those turkeys and things with you there. Well, in what would have been the next episode of the season, we're going on a Florida hog hunt. Now, this was a trip that I'd planned because I wanted to get Ethan on his first Florida hog hunt and Pawpaw. Now, Dad has been going to Florida for many years, but it had been a long time. And of course, we got great friends and family down in Florida. So it was an opportunity to get him and Ethan down to spend some time with friends and get onto some Florida hogs. So out of the hunt, I lost all of my footage. I was hunting with them. Lost that, lost Ethan's, lost the big camera footage of Pawpaw's hog. However, he had a second angle camera mounted on his crossbow. So he had that footage, so I managed to get his hog on camera. And we also had some great pictures and stuff that we wanted to share from the hunt. So anyway, in this episode, we go to Florida. We get to hang out with friends and family, and we do a little hog hunting. So I managed to salvage a few things, put it together for you, and let you take a look at that right now. So here, let's go to Florida.
Well, we have finally made it to the state of Florida. So we're going to stop here for a minute, stretch our legs a little bit, and then we're going to head on down to Ocala to meet up with some friends of ours, hang out for a couple days, and then we'll get after some pigs on Saturday morning. So finally glad to be here.
Yay. You on him? Can't get clear. You can get him. You can get it. Nope.
I'm on him. You're ready. Just take your time. I'm on the pig.
Okay.
Well, that was just a really fun trip. You know, Ethan and Papa got to go down to Florida and get their first hogs down there, and we always have a good time hunting together. So, you know, it was just an all-around fun trip. Now, in this next episode, or the next clip I'm going to show you, Josh and Thomas and we go on our annual striper fishing trip to Lake Cumberland with Hillbilly Deluxe Guide Service and Gary Bachman. Now, usually we have a bigger crew, but Ethan was sick last year, and Papa had some other commitments, so you know, it was just us. But we had a great trip. It didn't take long before I limited out on stripers, and Thomas as well. But Josh now, he kind of strung his out a little bit. He caught a nice one early, and then after that, he just kept coming up just a little bit short on the keeper length size. So he ended up catching several nice stripers that were just a little short, but he finally managed to limit out while Thomas and I just got to hang out on the boat and watch Josh catch all the fish. But you know, we had a great time, and we all managed to limit out. So I've got a few pictures and a little closing clip there to show you, so let's go look at that.
Pays to be the boss. As you can see, they're carrying all my stuff.
We're talking union. We need a raise.
No raise around here. They just need to be thankful that I brought them along.
Deer hunters are always looking for that extra advantage, and here at FRO we are no different. That's why we use Denver's Deer Sense. DDS has a complete line of products that's 100% fresh and pure. So whether it's premium buck, premium doe, estrus, or one of their other great products, you can always get the best with DDS. Minerals are an important part of managing your own land. That's why we trust Rack Tracker Outdoors Minerals and Attractants. RTO allows us to give the deer extra nutrition and antler growth, so we're hunting larger and healthier deer. So the next time you're in need of minerals, reach for Rack Tracker Outdoors Minerals and Attractants. Well, as you can tell, we had another fun trip down to Lake Cumberland to hang out with Gary Bachman and Hillbilly Deluxe Guide Service. Now, in the next episode, this was pretty much all about Gamble. She and I did a lot of fishing at the Ocklawaha River down in Florida. And so we spent 2 or 3 days filming and catching quite a bit of bluegill, shellcracker, things like that. And we really had a fun time. And as usual, Gamble outfished me and caught most of those. So, we lost a lot of that footage, but we have some pictures to show you and a clip or two here. So let's go take a look at Gamble and down at the Ocklawaha River.
Larry's video camera died, and we didn't get to reel it in, but look what a big one I caught this time. That's the biggest one we've gotten in 2 days. So, yeah, it looks nice, doesn't it?
Well, as you can see, Gamble had a pretty good time down at the river. Now, in this next episode, it's Josh and I did a little fishing. Him and his wife Brittany and their son Bash managed to get some time to come down to Florida and visit Gamble and I. So Josh and I took the opportunity to sneak off and do a little bass fishing. Now we went to a lake and we caught a couple there, and then we moved over to the river to try our luck there. Well, we didn't really have much luck there, but we did encounter a manatee. And I was fortunate enough to get some of that footage on my cell phone, so I thought I'd share that with you. They're a really cool creature, and a lot of people haven't seen them, so we got an up-close view of one and got some pretty neat footage of it. So let's show you what that looks like. Well, I hope you enjoyed that footage. Manatees are just beautiful creatures, and a lot of people don't get the opportunity to see them or catch some really good video of them. So I wanted to share that with you, and hope you enjoyed it. Now, in this next episode, our daughter Cassidy and her husband Brandon Butcher, pro staff at 4Range Outdoors, they managed to come down and visit some with us in Florida, and of course we went fishing. And while we were fishing, we got some great footage. We caught several fish that day, but they were on my big camera, and that footage is lost. But for some reason, I used my cell phone to get some great footage of a very large alligator that was swimming in our area. So I wanted to share a little bit of that with you. And before we finished that day, it became a massive thunderstorm, and we had to run for cover. And while we were sitting there, this armadillo came out. And now That was my first encounter, and I've seen armadillos, pictures and all that, so I knew what one was, but I never really seen one up close, so it was pretty neat. So I grabbed my phone and I filmed that. So I thought I'd share some of the pictures, our gator footage, and our little armadillo friend with you. So let's take a look at that.
He's coming his way.
Well, there you have it, guys. There's a collection of some of the things that we managed to save. I just really wanted to share all that with you and kind of a little closure to the things that we had lost. We had so many great shows put together for you, or so much footage to put in there, and life happens. But we were blessed enough to be able to salvage a few things to share with you. So, I just wanted to put all that together and share those experiences and, throw something a little different at you. So I hope you enjoyed that. And, as we always say, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Full Range Outdoors.